Let's make some caramel apple empanadas. So of course what you're going to need is some empanada dough. You can get this at your local grocery store in the freezer section. You're going to need some caramel bits, some caramel sauce, powdered sugar is optional. Need apple pie filling, and you're going to need some ground cinnamon. That is all you need. This is an easy recipe, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is take your desired amount of apple filling, put it in a bowl. I'm only going to make a couple of the empanadas, and I save the rest of the apple filling and put it in the refrigerator to just cook as I want more. So what you want to do is put it in a bowl. I'm taking my kitchen shears that is washed and sanitized, and I'm just going to cut up my apples because you don't want big chunks into your empanadas. You can use a fork, you can use a knife, you can do whatever you want, but I find it easier to use the kitchen shears just to cut it up. You don't want it to be too mushy, but you do want it to be in bite-sized pieces. So I'm going to work on this. And this is an easy recipe. It takes about literally 5 minutes to assemble, and then it's about another 2 to 3 minutes to cook, and then you're done. So I'm just chopping it up and almost done. Because like I said, I'm not making a lot. If you're making a lot, it might take a little longer, but it shouldn't take that long to actually make the filling and cut it up. Alright, so as you can see, my pieces are bite-sized to the consistency that I want. So now we're going to work on our caramel, and that's easy as well because we're just going to put it in a microwave. So let me show you what we're going to do. Okay, so you're going to take the desired amount of caramel, and you're going to put a little bit of water, or you can put heavy cream in there, and you're going to microwave it in increments of 20 seconds until it's completely melted. So let me start that, and I'll be back once it's finished. Alright, so the caramel is all melted. As you can see, it can drizzle. It took me about, total, it was about a minute. But it's good to go. So, that being said, with our apple pieces, we're going to go ahead and just put in a little bit of caramel, and we're going to mix that up to see, because you don't want it to be too much caramel. We're going to mix it up to see the consistency first. These are similar to the ones in Taco Bell that they discontinued. Those suckers were so good, but they discontinued it. I don't know why. So let's go ahead and drizzle some more. Alright, and we're just going to mix that up some more. You don't want your caramel to be piping hot because you do want it to form with the apples. That's why you want to make sure that you do it to the consistency to where it's melted, but it's not like watery. So this is going to be the last little bit that I'm going to pour in there. There we go. And I'm going to add in our ground cinnamon. Not too much. That's it, because some of the apple pie filling does have a little cinnamon in it, but you just want to add a little bit more. Now feel free to cook fresh apples. I am doing the easy way. I know how to do it both ways, but I'm doing it the easy ways because, like I said, holidays are coming up. We don't want to be cooking and slaving over the kitchen all day. So that is the consistency and the look that we're looking for. Feel free to taste it. Everything is cooked, so feel free to taste it. Make sure that's what you want. If you want a little bit more cinnamon, add that. If you want to add some brown sugar or some regular sugar, you can add that as well, but I think the caramel is just enough. So we're going to move on to filling our empanadas. Okay, I have 6 empanada dough sitting right here on a clean surface. You only can see 4, but I do have 6. I'm going to take my filling, and I'm just going to add some into each portion. You don't want to overfill them because you still have to fry them, and you also have to close them. So that might just be a little bit too much in that one, but you still have to close them. If you want them to all be even, feel free to use a measuring cup or of some sort. I would probably do a teaspoon and just do about 2 of the teaspoons into the empanadas. But you know how you like it. As I always tell people, do it how you want it. My recipes aren't to follow like directly. If you're a cook, you know how to just get the bases and keep it moving. So that's what my recipes are for. So I'm just adding in the filling, spreading it out, making sure that it looks like it's gonna fit. And yeah, this looks like it was enough for 6 of them. We're gonna see when we close it if I need to take some filling out or if I need to add some more filling to any of them. But yeah, it pretty much did all 6 of them. So now, how do we close it? I'll start on this one. You want to go ahead and fold it as though you're folding a taco. And then first you just want to press it closed like so. And then what we're going to do is take a fork and you're just going to smash it. Some people use water to keep it closed, but you really don't need it. It closes automatically since the dough is so soft. Like I said, it's in the frozen area in the grocery store, so you want to make sure that you unthaw it completely before actually trying to work with it, because if it's not unthawed, it's just going to break. So we're going to flip it over after we do the first side. Then we're going to do the back. And while we're doing this, go ahead and heat your skillet with some fresh cooking oil. You want to heat it to about medium low so that we can go ahead and fry these. Alright. See, I told you this recipe is easy. So I filled it, I closed it, closed on each side. If you want to, you can go back and just kind of pinch the top to make sure that no oil will get in the inside when you're frying it. Just going around pinching the top. And that's it. So we're going to work on the remainder of our empanadas, and I'll be back at the stove when it's time to fry. Let's go. Okay, we have all of our empanadas all closed and pinched and ready to go. So let's go ahead and head over to the stove and get this started. All right, so we have our skillet with some fresh grease. It was heating to about medium low. We're gonna test it just a little bit, see if it's ready. It is. So you want this to cook slow because you don't want the outside to be dark and the inside's not warm. So we're just gonna drop these into the skillet, and you're gonna see it start to bubble up. And like I said, you want to cook it slow. You don't want to cook it fast. You won't have to flip it because it's submerged into the grease. So we're gonna do 3 at one time, and we're gonna let it get brown, and then we're gonna take them out, and I will show you the finished product once we are done. So let's go ahead and finish cooking these. Alright, so that's the color that you're looking for when you're frying your empanadas. So we're going to go ahead and transfer these to a plate with paper towel on top, so we can just let that drain. And we're going to cook the remaining 3. And then we're going to plate these up, and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, the empanadas are all complete. I have sprinkled a little bit of powdered sugar and drizzled some caramel sauce on top. And that is it. So, bon appetit. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you think and enjoy.